What is up, ladies and gentlemen? It is referee Steven Dumeng here in a brand new environment. I know everyone's used to seeing my lovely white-walled apartment, but that is not the case today. We are mixing it up. I told you guys at home and everyone watching that there would be some new additions. In addition to a new setup, we have a brand new partner. It is none other than Bobby Casale. Let them know who you are.
I'm a former professional MMA fighter. I also spent a lot of time coaching a lot of UFC guys, and most notably, I coached Amanda Nunes to a title win. Now I'm a professional wrestler, so you can catch me wherever there's professional wrestling, but I'm excited to do some picks here today.
Hell yeah. You heard it there, ladies and gentlemen, and we will be jumping into UFC 321, of course, for our good friends at 1495 Sports. The main card opening up, Alexander Rakic in light heavyweight action against Azamat Murzakanov. Man, these are mouthfuls, let me tell you, brother. 15-0. He has been on fire, undefeated in the UFC and in professional action. He is coming off a first-round submission to punches over Brenson Ribeiro, and man, he's been on fire. We've gotten 3 victories by finish. He has a decision win as well. 5-0 as I'm looking here at SureDog.com. I always go to SureDog, but in any case, Alexander Rakic going to have his hands very full. 14-5, riding a career worst 3-fight losing streak. This is really tough stuff for Alexander. Let me tell you, 3-fight losing streak. His last fight against Ankalaev, a decision loss. I mean, what are we thinking here?
You got to take Azamat.
Oh, wow. Without hesitation.
He's on a streak. His striking looks crazy good. Like, he's aggressive, straight shots. He manages the distance so well. Rakic, he's good. Like, he looks good when he's going, but just can't seem to get it done, so you gotta take Azamat. I don't know about a finish. Rakic is tough, probably a decision, but he's on fire, dude. Undefeated.
I mean, it is really tough to go against that. I mean, I believe Rakic is a very talented fighter. He's had some really good moments, but he's only 33. I actually thought he was older. That said, I gotta agree. I really don't like his chances in this fight. I think we will see a decision for Azamat. Again, 3-fight losing streak. This is really do or die for Rakic. I mean, if he loses this one, I don't make the cuts in the UFC by any means, but a 4-fight losing streak is certainly something that would not look good. So he has to come into this do or die. Can he get the victory? It's not impossible. MMA is certainly something where anything can happen, but unfortunately, I just don't see it happening. I think his better days might be behind him, unfortunately. But if he proves me wrong, he proves us wrong.
I hope so.
By all means. But I am going to go with the undefeated and still undefeated Azamat. Will be moving it to 16-0. I'll be taking him by unanimous decision. Is that what we're going with?
Same
all right,
thing.
Look at that. First time on our show together. We're already agreeing.
We're on the same page. We're on the same page.
Yeah, this is off to a good start, ladies and gentlemen. We're doing good here. So moving on, we have heavyweight action. We have Jailton Almeida, someone who actually could really be fighting at light heavyweight, but is fighting at heavyweight. 22-3, riding a current 2-fight win streak against Alexander Volkov. A lot of Alexanders on the show.
There are
on these shows. Alexander Volkov, 38-11, riding a coming off that ridiculous decision loss. I mean, I think anyone with eyes was watching that one. Can agree that split decision call was not the right call. Fortunate for Volkov, but listen, that's why you don't leave, as Dana always says, you do not leave it in the hands of the judges. A split decision loss to the main event fighter, Cyril Gane, who will be in our main event. That said, prior to the robbery, there was a 4-fight win streak for Alexander Volkov, who has honestly been on fire. 38-11. I know he's going to really want to bounce back. He really, I think, was deserving of that win. Should be a 5-fight win streak. That said, Almeida's no joke, though. I mean, Almeida, despite, like I said earlier, someone I think should be fighting at light heavyweight, kudos to him jumping into the heavyweight class. On that 2-fight win streak, he did defeat Romanov by submission. We had him last in action against Sergey Spivak with a first-round TKO. Can he get it done? I think this is a really tough fight to call, to be honest. I think both these guys are very talented. I think there's ways to victory for both men.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
But, you know, I think Almeida's best bet is to look for a submission. He does have great power, I gotta say. Even for a smaller, he is going to be the smaller fighter in this match. Volkov, a true heavyweight coming down. But, you know, Almeida being the smaller fighter has its advantages. I mean, heavyweight has a massive gap, a 40-pound difference, but it comes down to the weight class division being so huge with the weight gap. Volkov looking to really make a statement. Man, what are your thoughts on that one?
I think both guys have a very clear way to win, right? Like it's either Almeida grapples or Volkov keeps it standing and just pieces him up. You know what I mean? Like it's like whatever one of those two happens, unless they both kind of do a little bit, then it's a weird decision again.
Yeah.
But I kind of think Volkov takes it. I think he's bigger. I think I like that he keeps his striking straight, can manage the distance. You know, Almeida will probably come hard in the first round. Maybe he gets a takedown, maybe he doesn't. But I think over the whole fight, Volkov will outlast him.
Yeah.
Keep the striking straight, beat him up.
I gotta agree. I think we're 2 for 2. I don't want to see so many decisions. No. Truthfully, I do love seeing finishes, but when you're fighting at the top tier, the elite levels, those finishes aren't going to come as quickly as you see in other parts of the card or even in a regional format. But that said, I do think Volkov is going to be coming back to make a statement. Almeida, very durable, very tough fighter. Only 3 losses, and of those 3 losses, has only been finished twice. So I don't see a finish here happening. I think he's going to look to be aggressive, like you said in that first round, really try and work a grapple-heavy strategy. I just think that Volkov is going to be able to defend properly. He's also going to be the lankier, taller fighter, have more distance.
For sure,
which is going to help him fight from the outside. And I think he'll be able to secure a decision win. I think 30-27, unanimous decision victory.
All 3?
Yeah, I think he'll be able. Or, you know, maybe, you know what? Maybe, if there is going to be a good round, I think it would be maybe, 29-28.
I'd give it 2-1.
I say they could be 2-1 there.
I think there'll be a little bit of holding and
that's fair. That's fair. I think the first round, if there's going to be a good round or best round for Almeida, would be that first round. So that is very fair. 29-28. We'll go unanimous decision victory for Volkov, who will be bouncing back. We have, moving on, we'll have a very familiar last name in the MMA community, Nurmagomedov, none other than Umar, 18-1, returning to action against Mario Bautista, 16-2. We've seen Bautista, a fighter that a lot of people aren't very happy with when it comes to his style.
I'm a huge fan.
Okay, at least he's got one here. All right, good. He's got one here.
Fan.
Very good. I gotta agree, man. At the end of the day, especially like I just said in the fight prior, those finishes aren't always going to come. And
no.
Should we, should we? I act like I'm the fighter here. Should the fighters be looking to secure a finish? In a perfect world, ideally it would be great. It'd be entertaining, it'd be fun. But there are styles of fights or styles of fighters that just lean in a point.
He's trying to win.
Yeah, exactly. At the end of the day,
he's like, what do I got to do to win? And does that. How can you hate that?
You can't, you can't. And that is the truth. Bautista riding a crazy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 fight win streak. I mean, you can't deny that.
That's what I'm saying.
You can't deny that. And will it be a 9? Will it be 9 fights in a row?
That's a tough fight.
That's the problem. Umar, 18-1, coming off his first career loss to the champion, one of the GOATs, Merab, of course, in January, did get the decision win over Umar. And, I mean, this is one of those fights, too, where I think Umar is going to be bouncing back and looking to secure a statement victory. Bautista, very durable.
Yeah.
Again, we're talking about, listen, fights can go the distance, and in those fights, just because it didn't go to a finish doesn't mean they were boring.
Yeah.
So let me just preface by saying that. But that said, Umar and I think Bautista, I mean, the exchanges with the on the grappling side.
It's going to be great.
Yeah, it's going to be a treat. It really is. It really is. And I think we're going to see a very, very, very grapple-heavy fight here.
Yeah.
I think for what it is, Umar's got crazy power for
He does.
He really does. I mean,
Yeah.
that knockout that he secured, I mean, he's got a couple, but I mean, yeah, he can certainly bring the pain with the fist.
But
But
what's cool about Umar is like if you watch him,
Barcelos, that's what it said. That finish.
when you watch him though, he manages distance so well.
Yes.
Like he's either really good at like keeping guys away, or he can make sure he can close the distance. So I think it's gonna come down to like, can Batista get to him? Because Batista probably has the better technical striking, but what fools guys is no one wants to get taken down by Umar.
Right.
So then they're so worried about the takedown, he starts hitting them and he's managing distance. He has a really good lead leg. Like, that's going to be interesting. Batista, too, does a lot of like shifts. Like, he'll change his stance to get in, hit guys. Man, I don't know. That's my fight. That's the fight I'm looking forward to the most.
Nice. Yeah.
That's a crazy fight.
It really is. Like, I really think this is a much more even fight than some people are. I think a lot of people, I feel, are kind of writing off Batista. But that said, I mean, he's only been finished twice in his career. It was one knockout, one submission. I don't see a finish happening here.
No.
I do think we will see another decision win. I think Umar's going to bounce back. I think
You got Umar?
Yeah.
I'm going to take Batista. I'm going to take Batista decision.
It's our first, our first one.
Yeah, you don't want to mess with this.
This is the first one. There's always going to be the one. You never forget it.
I just think, Batista, you can look at all his fights. He always comes in like super prepared. Like you always can tell like, oh, he watched his film. They practiced like this, and this for this guy. And like I admire that. You know what I mean? I think that's really cool. I really like guys that come in prepared, that don't just come in and like fight their fight.
Sure.
So I'm sure they have a whole list of things that they see that they can exploit and hopefully get to the decision.
All right. Well, he's got Batista unanimous decision?
Yeah.
Okay.
No. I'll give it a 2-1.
All right.
It will be close. It's gonna be fucking. It's gonna be close.
I mean, all right. You heard it there. I will call it a unanimous decision win for Umar, but we shall see when it drops. And moving on, we have some ladies in action. The vacated title, Mackenzie Dern, 15-1 against Virna Jandiroba. Dern looking to make her current win streak of 2-3 and also secure a title victory. But I mean, she's going to have her hands very full. Very underrated fighter in Jandiroba, who is 22-3. And if this ever loads, I will be able to get to her statistics a little more, but it is not. That said, 22. There we go. We made it. We did it. 22-3, riding a 5-fight win streak in the octagon. We most recently saw her in action against Jan, a decision win. I mean, this is going to be a very, very. I think this is going to be a one-way fight for Jandiroba.
No way.
Yeah,
really?
yeah. I mean,
I was going to say Mackenzie Dern.
Oh, okay. Now we're 2-2, ladies and gentlemen. I think Dern, very talented fighter. I think she's got great grappling skills.
Yeah.
But Jandiroba, I think, is going to be able to. Again, I think this is going to go another grapple-heavy fight.
Yes.
And this is 5 rounds, ladies and gentlemen. So
that's what's worried.
That's
over 5 rounds.
That's a difference maker. It's not 15 minutes, 25.
Yeah.
And I think that's going to lean more towards Jandiroba's favor, personally. And I do think while Dern has great submission skill set, I think Jandiroba is going to be able to dictate the pace and the action on the ground. And I think we're going to see a 5-round decision win for Jandiroba.
I don't know. I got Mackenzie Dern. She's got good, striking keeps getting better, right? Good straight punches.
Sure.
I think Jandiroba comes in a little wild sometimes, but she makes it work. The grappling exchanges should be cool.
Yeah.
I think you'll see a lot of like transitions from top to bottom and like little scrambles and things like that. But I think Mackenzie Dern will like squeak it out in some sort of like split decision.
All right.
She hits harder. She's punching straighter. Her jab's looking good,
Hey, all right.
I got her.
Hey, so you heard it there, Bobby.
I'm gonna say a split.
Yeah, all right. We
Yeah.
got Bobby with the split decision call for Mackenzie Dern. I'm going with Jandiroba by unanimous decision. We will see what happens. And in our main event, I think this one is one we'll quickly agree on.
Yeah.
Our main event, Cyril Gane is getting a potentially unwarranted, depending on who you ask, title fight. But listen, as a fighter, his resume is very thorough. It is very justified in that sense. The only reason why I bring it up is because I think the decision call against Volkov was not the right one. But that said, he's in the spot. He's got the win, and that's what will be forever and ever. Yeah. He's there, and he will have his hands very full against the current undisputed. I mean, there's a lot going on in the heavyweight division, but the current undisputed heavyweight champion, Tom Aspinall, 15-3. Cyril Gane, 13-2. Again, riding a 2-fight win streak for Cyril Gane. Aspinall has been looking like an absolute stud since returning from injury. 3-fight win streak. Most recently getting a first-round knockout over Curtis Blades. And what I feel will be happening here, this fight I don't see goes past the first round. No. I really don't see it going past the first round. Both of them really good power. I actually think Gane, I feel is the more technical fighter on the feet. Yeah. I think the power edge, I believe both guys can obviously throw fire. I mean, they both have really good knockout power. I think Aspinall might have a smidge more knockout power. I think a little bit. But I don't think that's what is going to play into what's going to factor the most for the method of victory for Aspinall anyways. I think this best bet, I mean, John Jones laid it out the best, and it's something I think other fighters have pointed out, or media have pointed out. Gane's ground game may not be the best, and I think why even take that chance on the feet? He certainly can tag Gane, but Gane's never been knocked out. I don't see that happening here. No. I think Aspinall very quickly goes to the ground, gets that takedown, gets that submission, man.
Yeah, pretty much. I feel like this is just like a nothing fight. Like, we don't need to see this. I think everyone kind of knows how it's going to go. Unless Gane surprises everyone.
Listen, that is the beauty of MMA. Anything can happen. Listen, anything can happen.
I don't know. Aspinall is going to take him down. I think Aspinall even like Gane's striking is good, but he gets after it so much more. Sure. So that's like almost equals them out. Like, his technique might not be as crisp, but he's going to bring it. And obviously, Gane's going to be thinking about the takedown the whole time. Yeah. Because he got kind of embarrassed by John Jones.
That was a tough loss.
Yeah.
Very
and also, from what I've seen, he hasn't really changed his camp that much. He's still at the same
that was
spot.
Only, what, 2 or 3 fights? Well, at least 3 fights ago.
Yeah,
it wasn't like it's years later.
Yeah, so how much better is your grappling really going to get?
Right. So
you've seen Aspinall look great grappling too, can shoot great takedowns, good control. So you got to take Aspinall in the first round.
That's it. Well, we'll end that episode. Our picks, at least we kind of split a few, but we will end on that. It will be are we going first round submission?
Yeah.
All right, first round submission for, and still, Tom Aspinall, your heavyweight champ. Those will be our picks for UFC 321. Of course, on our awesome platform at 1495 Sports. And I want to give a shout out to where our lovely new production team are, RONU.media. And let me make sure I don't botch that one, as I might have. RONU.media, RONU.media, RONU.media. Definitely give them a check out. Please always take a look at our good friends at 1495 Sports. This is how excited I am for the new production and having a co-host that I can't even speak correctly. With that said, 1495 Sports, RONU.media. Please always give them a check out. And of course, Bobby Casale, thank you so much for joining us.
It's nice
to finally have a real, I'm a street fighter, but a real fighter, pro fighter in the house is something I was mentioning for a long, long time. It's finally happened. Brand new co-host, brand new production. We weren't messing around. I wasn't kidding. I'm a man of my word, and I stuck to it. So yes, check us out at referee Steven Dumeng. Bobby, let them know the socials.
Follow me everywhere at Bobby Casale, Bobby Casale.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much, Bobby. Thank you, 1495, RONU.media. Thank you guys so much. Till the next one, enjoy the fights. We'll see you soon.